It's been 5 days since last time my heart was broken. I miss her so much. Oh dear Soma, I haven't seen your face in so long. What am I gonna do? Killing, ransacking, and getting rid of all these Christians is not the same without you. I don't know why I'm dashing, I'm being kind of stupid, but it's just that my nerves, my heart feels like it's about to explode because it's been broken in so many pieces. Oh Soma, I miss you so. Okay.
You're such a weirdo. You were sitting on that.
She broke Ivor's heart.
She rejected him. Well, I don't know if she rejected him.
No, she didn't.
She just wasn't interested.
And she just didn't fuck him.
And then she like passed him on to her friend. She's like,
yeah, right. That's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Have you met my friend? She really likes guys like you.
All right. Welcome to Overpowered.
Welcome.
This is David.
I'm Jovinax.
And today's the sad episode of Ivor's journey to not rekindle, but reinvent himself. Like
after his massive rejection.
Yeah, now he has to he's not gonna get a haircut or anything crazy like that, but he's maybe find a new way to kill people. And what are we starting with? The village? Leveling up the village?
Okay.
That's a good way.
So we're gonna knock out some of these little low level quests after grinding. So yeah, we're gonna upgrade the settlement real quick to level 3.
All right, awesome.
So I was thinking about buying this little fishy thing.
Okay, then do it. Oh, so much. My dream is so.
And that girl, the one that joined you, she's like in the barracks. Yeah, she just like lays on the ground like every time you come in. She's like, hey.
She absolutely told you she wanted you to fuck her.
Yeah, she's the worst.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, you got a trophy, builder. Renown increased, I guess.
Ooh. New opportunities.
Cartographer? Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
What if you just end up building... Oh man, this reminds me so much of... there's this novel made into a cartoon, a Japanese one, in which I think you might enjoy it. It takes a long time to... it takes a little bit for it to become a little more... I don't know. It's fairly happy-go-lucky, but it's kind of comical. So,
en realidad es mi abuelo, pero dice que la mejor manera de aprender a ser responsable es trabajando. Además, entre tú y yo, a mí se me da mejor. Tengo más don de gentes que él, ¿me entiendes?
Sí.
Cheeky brat.
Me alegra contar contigo. Con vosotros. ¿Quién ha llegado?
Yay.
Oh, yeah. Shut the fuck up, kid. I'm talking about cartoons. Why don't you listen? There's this I think he was either 27 or 32, something like that, something within that gap. He was a dude, right? And his junior or his subordinate, so to speak, in his work invites him out to just hang out and introduce him to his girlfriend or whatever. He respects him.
Mm-hmm.
So they...
¿Tienes algún contrato para mí?
What is this?
Last contract to complete the quests. Yeah.
So he's the one who tells you, I want you to fucking murder this asshole. Is that how this works?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're not necessarily murders?
No.
Monstruos los. Mientras trabajes, piensa en la recompensa para motivarte.
Okay. Anyway, he takes them out.
Tengo que irme.
And they're walking in the street, right?
Adiós de momento.
And then this random guy with a knife goes running down the street. I think he was just like a robber, right?
Okay.
And he's like fleeing, but he's like walking with the knife straight out.
What?
Yeah. And he just tackles the senior guy, and he stabs him in the back.
Like a Spider-Man thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So, well, like he was aiming towards the his subordinate, but he got in the way, whatever. He got stabbed, right? And he dies. But the moment he's dying, he's like, "Oh fuck, it burns. I hate it." And then a voice just says like, "Heat resistance acquired." And then he's like, "Oh fuck, it hurts. It hurts a lot. Damage resistance acquired." And he just starts saying shit like that, right? Like, "Oh, I don't like this stuff. I don't like that stuff. I'm gonna die a virgin." Oh yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna die a virgin if I get reborn. I'm gonna fuck whoever, all the women I meet and shit like that." He's like, "Predator skill acquired," and a bunch of shit, right?
What?
And then he dies.
Okay.
And then suddenly his soul is just speaking. It's pretty cool. Like the beginning is really, really cool, where he's like, "Where am I? What is this? I can't see, I can't feel, I can't hear, I can't do anything, but I know I'm alive." And then he starts to like move, and he knows he's moving, but he doesn't understand how he's moving or where he's going or anything like that. Like, he has no perception. He just understands that there's a body and he's doing stuff. And then he's like, "What is this? A flower?" And then he like kind of like touches it, and then it starts to disintegrate inside of him. And he's like, "What the fuck? It just disappeared." And then the voice is like, "Answer." And then it just tells him about the properties of the flower and all this other shit. And he's like, because so he was saying that if he, like in a fantasy world, because of his age, he would have been a grand sage. So they grant him the grand sage skill. So he has this little like kind of like voice that talks to him and like gives him this like, I don't know, wisdom, so to speak, and he is able to analyze shit and blah blah blah. Then suddenly he finally realizes he's a fucking slime. You know what a slime is, right? So he is a slime. That's why he can't hear, he can't touch, he can't anything. And he just kind of stumbles upon talking to himself. And eventually he meets this creature. It's one of the, like, it's supposed to be one of the strongest creatures there is. It's a giant storm dragon or some shit like that. And the dragon talks to him, but they're like talking like kind of like telepathically, so to speak.
Oh, okay.
Like in this universe, they explain there's something called magicals, that is like atoms that or like cells that are like just magic, that it surrounds everything and that are inside of you and they're inside of everything and they have properties and whatnot, right? So certain creatures, usually that's how creatures or monsters communicate in the universe. They emit their intentions, and through the magicals, the other creatures are able to understand what they're.
It's like a pheromone kind of thing.
I guess, but it's
but
more,
it's magicals.
Yeah. And then so they're like the slime didn't know he was technically speaking because he was just talking to himself. But the dragon speaks to him and he's like, "Oh, you can't see anything. You don't know what's going on. Why don't you just use magic sense?" Which is a skill, right? And he's like, "I don't know how to fucking use magic sense." Like, and he's like, "I'll teach you, use blah 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 blah." And he acquires the skill, right? Once he does it, he's able to like perceive everything, and now he just has kind of like senses, but not really.
Okay. What is this called?
The time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Okay.
Anyway,
where did you hear about this?
It's a book. It's a novel.
Okay.
I like reading Japanese.
Oh, it's
fantasy
a Japanese fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the Shield Hero. Remember the Shield Hero? Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Buen trabajo.
He
Cada día que pasa me
he gets
Aquí tienes lo que te has ganado.
reincarnated or whatever, and blah blah blah. He befriends the dragon because apparently the dragon has been imprisoned. I think it was 200 or 300 years, right? So he's bored as shit. So he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna help you out in how to do these little things, but you know, with the condition you become a friend." And the slime is like, "Really?" Anyway, the slime finds out that he has something called a predator skill, right? Like it mentioned, the voice mentioned it, right?
Yeah.
So the predator skill allows him to, when he eats something, he's able to analyze its properties, absorb them, and basically do whatever the fuck he wants with it.
Oh.
So
Has nothing to do with girls.
Well, not exactly. So, for example, when he was eating those flowers were super rare flowers that are used to creating healing potions. So he's able to eat the flower, synthesize it, and make a healing potion inside of his body, and just store them like an infinite bag.
Because he's a slime.
Well, because of that skill.
Una manada de lobos. En marcha.
Oh, who's that lady? Wait, let me see her face.
La última vez los vi merodear colina arriba.
Ve delante. Yo te sigo.
Oh. Oh, she's going with, like, you're going with her?
Nuestro
Yeah, you have
asentamiento está bien
to, one of the quests is to help her kill some beast thing.
Oh.
Pero los lobos son un problema.
Should we be listening to what she's saying?
Por eso se marcharon los hijos de Ragnar. La
Yeah.
naturaleza quiso restituir
She seems
el
nice.
Atacándonos.
Well, we're still talking over her.
Los expulsaron y ahora los tenemos a nuestras
So are those people too, rude asses.
Right? Yeah, fuck them. Alright, she shut up. Hey lady, have you heard about the time I got reincarnated as a slime? It's a pretty cool show. Anyway, he promises the dragon that he will help him get out of that prison, right? But he can't undo the seal.
Fuck you, Fox.
So he suggests the idea of eating the whole thing along with the dragon. It's not going to kill the dragon, it's just going to store him there. And while he's being stored... Lady, I'm talking to you about a show.
Oh, that's Neil. Good idea.
¿Has visto unas migas de pan desde ahí?
Destacan claramente entre la tierra
Really,
y la
bread?
hierba. ¿Las ves?
Like, that's our trail to kill a monster? Is Hansel and Gretel shit?
Hueles
Oh, it's
eso.
a male wolf.
Es un lobo.
He likes
Está
bread.
marcando su territorio, avisando a
So,
la
a
competencia.
wolf made bread
Como sabes,
and
es un
starts
macho.
spreading
Por el
it to
olor.
mark his
Acabas
territory?
distinguiéndolo.
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
¿Cómo aprendiste a rastrear así a los animales?
She's
Mi
teaching him how to
familia se
track.
dedicaba
She's
a
teaching you how
cazar
to
y
look for
rastrear. Venían del
signs of
este, más lejos
predators.
de donde jamás has estado. Pero yo he vivido en Inglaterra casi toda mi vida.
It's where she found
Aquí
William
encontramos
Wallace.
a Wallace.
William Wallace?
Sois tan hermanos como Sigurd y yo. Unidos por el honor, no por la sangre.
It's a cool
Sí.
fighting style when you have
Mi madre
two.
contaba que encontramos
Yeah, right?
a Wallace abandonado. Un bebé en el bosque.
Damn.
Lo acogimos.
She's like, what are you doing? You're like, check out the skills.
Los lobos han cazado algo. Están por esta zona.
Okay.
We kneel, and then we stand up, and then we run.
Ese rastro. Deben de haber arrastrado a la pobre bestia.
I know you're pretty, but
Nos
I don't
estamos
really want to
acercando.
listen to you.
Ah, fíjate en esas marcas de mordiscos. Son distintas.
Esto ha sido
The
obra
wolves killed this
de
and
toda la
skinned it?
manada.
Exacto. Sigamos
I think it's just a
adelante.
bad texture of the game.
Con que encontrasteis a Wallace en el bosque.
Pasábamos por allí cuando vi un venado blanco justo delante de nosotros. Lo perseguí con la esperanza de cazarlo. Lo
It's making
perdí
me
al
do that
llegar a un
stupid
claro.
walk.
Yeah.
Y allí, en el suelo, había una criaturita. El pequeño
Are we gonna-
Wallace, envuelto en
Should we
una
ignore her?
manta.
We already did not listen to
La
most of
forma de
it.
la hierba. Han dormido aquí.
Es impresionante, Petra. Tienes un don innato.
Pues todavía no has visto nada.
Alright, sure. Her name is Petra and she is a hunter.
Yeah.
That's what we know.
Really Russian. Petra?
Yeah.
Con que viste a un venado blanco y te llevó hasta Wallace.
Eso es. Parecía cosa del destino.
Yeah,
Lo
no, I prefer the
cogimos y
slime
lo
thing.
cuidamos
Anyway,
hasta que se- Entonces yo era poco más que una
so they become friends.
Y a partir de aquel día
With the
nos
dragon
criaron
inside of
como
him.
si
So yeah,
fuéramos
so he puts him
hermanos.
inside of him. So and because he's inside of him, the great sage and the predator skill together can analyze the seal in order to understand how to break it.
Habrán huido hace poco.
And I'm not. It's not. They haven't explained it properly, but the moment he got the dragon,
Ya tenemos a nuestros
the fucking slime became like super powerful.
Eivor, conmigo.
And
Acabemos
and
con
I don't know if he keeps kind of that power or whatever, but he just became an incredibly powerful monster. And he doesn't even know it, right? He gets out and he encounters some goblins. And the goblins are like fucking scared shitless of him. But you know, he's not a violent person. He's just like, oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna do whatever. So they ask him for a favor. They actually dire wolves are kind of trying to take over their territory, so they're killing their people, and direwolves are way stronger than goblins.
Oh.
So they're asking the slime for help, and the slime is not necessarily. Really, lady? Why don't you bring him closer? The slime is not really interested in just massacring the wolves, right? So at first he just tries to intimidate them. The wolf killer. Yeah, kill those dire wolves. I mean wolves. Are you like the slime now?
Yeah.
Anyway, he kills the leader of the pack, but then tells them, join us or flee, because he doesn't really want to kill him.
Yeah.
Ya está. Creo que ese era el último.
Oh, gracias. Muchas gracias a los dos.
You. Maybe they should talk to him.
¿Estás bien? ¿Esas ovejas eran tuyas?
Sí, pero ahora están con Dios. Eran todo cuanto tenía. No
That's sad when a
tenían
man
nada que
loses
hacer
his
contra
sheep.
los lobos.
I don't know
Perdí a
if
mis
sheep
vacas hace
go to
unos meses,
heaven.
Y ahora mis ovejas, Jesús
Based on
bendito.
what?
¿Qué clase de
Based on
granjero
what?
soy?
Lo lamento.
What
Pero ahora que
scripture
los
says
lobos
that
han
sheep
muerto,
go to heaven?
podrás recuperarte.
Well,
No sin las bendiciones de Dios, pero lo
it's
intentaré.
written on sheepskin,
Tienes tu vida, pero
so they get a
eso
pass.
basta para volver a levantarte.
He oído algo.
¿Cómo? Por la gracia de Dios, Felisa.
Who's
My
Felix?
beauties. Those are the
Oh, the sheep.
Bueno, todo ha salido
No,
bien.
it didn't. They killed the sheep.
right
Ha sido
there.
espléndido.
Oh, I thought there were more.
Trabajas casi tan bien como luchas.
Dame unas semanas y aprenderé a rastrear como tú. O mejor
Oh,
todavía.
cheeky fuck.
Me
Ooh.
agradaría que
Hey,
me
ladies.
contaras.
Ha sido un placer,
Ah.
Petra.
Hey, stop!
No dudes
No,
en avisarme
stop
la
it.
próxima vez que
You're
veas
not.
alguna bestia
What was it?
Te avisaré antes
Bestiality,
que
sheep
acabe el
Well,
invierno.
no, yeah, those religion that was known for fucking sheep. You remember that?
I don't know.
There was one, but it's very like known, like it's like a, like I don't know, they go camping and then they fuck sheep. It's pretty weird. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. It remind me of
They go home.
there was an American Pie movie. I think it
Yeah.
was Better House or something like that, where there was a guy who fucked sheep.
Oh, allegedly.
Well, no, he did.
What? I
Like
don't remember.
in one of the American Pie movies, there's this one character. He's like the villain, right? Or like the antagonist of the story.
Yeah.
And he's like, at some point he fucked sheep, but it's supposed to be like as this super secret. So then they make a competition or whatever, where the guys are sitting in chairs and a girl has to come in and try to make them basically just, come. And they're like, how are we gonna beat him? Well, what upper hand can we have? So this fat lady dresses up like an animal. And then start grinding on him, and then the guy loses immediately.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, well, I don't know if
Which
you watched
one? Yeah. I know.
Better
It's like-
House.
yeah, there's like 10 of them, isn't there?
Yeah,
Well, I thought I had auto roll.
I think it has to be higher.
Nope.
Oof. I don't know then. Anyway, the reason why I mentioned the slime guy, because it's been forever.
Yeah. We're getting to the end here, which is good. I've gone through 3 quests.
He makes a village with the goblins and the direwolves.
Oh.
And then he starts to get other monsters. So it's basically a village made out of monsters, or comprised with different kinds of monsters. But he starts to build a village. So like they start building houses. They get dwarves to help them learn how to make clothes and buildings and roads. And it gets like really like a city. It becomes a legitimate city. And then he becomes the chancellor of that forest. So they become their own nation.
Oh.
And it's really fucking cool how like it evolves.
Eivor, como me alegro de verte.
Isn't she the one that she gave you that shitty eggnog?
Dioses,
Yeah.
Parece que hayan pasado
Sexy
siglos.
witch doctor.
Valka, amiga mía. Aquí
Mi
siempre
amiga.
eres bienvenida. ¿Estás bien?
Mejor que bien. Estoy
Bien
presente.
said.
¿Y
Shut up.
tu madre?
Al fin ha llegado la paz.
Camina por un mundo que tan solo he visto en sueños. Y así será por toda la eternidad.
Es todo cuanto podemos desear.
Así es.
Ven.
You want a quickie to make up for being sad about your mother?
¿Cómo ha ido tu travesía?
Agotadora. Las olas y el viento nos acompañaron desde que zarpamos. Volábamos como gaviotas. ¿Y cómo te encuentras tú? A pesar de tu aspecto estoico, el brillo de tus ojos me resulta
Yeah, it's because
cálido.
of Soma.
Tal vez sea la esperanza.
Soma.
El asentamiento crece, mi pueblo es feliz y yo ansío ver qué me depara el futuro.
¿Y tus visiones?
Van y vienen. Pero dejemos ese asunto. Permíteme que te ayude con tus cosas.
Yeah, be a gentleman.
Por aquí.
Ah,
Te hemos encontrado un buen lugar al pie de la colina.
He pasado toda la travesía intentando invocar en mi mente una visión de este lugar.
¿Y cuánto lograste ver?
Vi los árboles y el agua y la colina
Sounds like
ondulante,
bullshit.
pero no llegué a imaginar tanto verdor. Es un color reconfortante para unos ojos cansados de la sal marina.
¡Valka! ¡Por los dioses! ¿Qué te trae aquí? Espero que nuestro asentamiento no esté maldito.
La única maldición que asola este lugar es la patanería del herrero.
oh,
Resulta extraño
What?
surcar el mar y aún así sentirse como en casa. Este lugar parece rebosar energía, vida.
¿Prevés un gran futuro ante nosotros?
No hace falta preverlo. Lo siento en el corazón.
I thought that's where she lived. I thought we were done.
Oh, no, she was just saying hi to the blacksmith. But
¿Acaso veo a Valka? ¿Por qué has tardado tanto en venir?
Quería asegurarme de que fuera un lugar decente. Volveremos a hablar, Randvi, cuando me hayas
hey, it's
sentado.
Randy.
Antes de que se me caigan los brazos, ¿qué es esto que llevo?
Mis ingredientes más pesados. Plomo, barbas de ballena, motas de oro.
Así me gusta, que trabaje, que no le hará ningún daño.
Toda esta gente que has traído hasta aquí. La vida que has comenzado en estas costas extrañas. ¿Esto te complace?
Sin duda. Es un regalo saber que he construido este lugar y que protejo a esta gente.
Cuando te he preguntado, has hablado primero de ti. Y pienso que eso dice más de lo que crees.
Man, it's like you. I did this all by myself. Fuck you. Don't do shit.
There's a lot
Admeliora.
Buenos
of
días.
walking and talking in this
¿Quién
game.
es ese hombre?
Yeah.
No tengo ni idea.
Qué animado debe
Who
de
is that
ser.
guy? I don't fucking know. Has that happened to you?
¿Ves aquello?
That,
Allí es
like
donde
somebody
está
says hi to you and you
Habla
have
de
no
las
idea who it is.
visiones.
That awkward
Siguen
moment.
siendo como
Hey,
siempre.
I had that happen
Poco
quite a few
cambiado.
times when I was younger.
Salvo su nitidez.
They'll
Cada
be
vez
like,
que
hey
regreso a
man,
mi
how you
visión,
doing?
lo
Like in the
que
middle of
veo
the street. I'm
parece
like,
menos un sueño y
fine,
más
how are you?
un recuerdo.
Yeah, man,
Y el
blah,
padre
blah,
de
blah. Like they
todos
talk to you for like
continúa
5 minutes and you're like, alright.
Sí, en
And
ocasiones.
then I was with a friend.
También me
Who was that? I was like, I don't know.
Parece una locura decir
I
esas
just don't
cosas en
know.
voz alta.
Lo comprendo. Puedes dejar eso ahí mismo. Gracias.
ooh, green fire.
There we go. Alright, well, it's about time. So, now that we drop shit off, and oh, okay, I guess you're gonna.
Hemos llegado.
Es precioso, tal y como me prometiste. En cuanto me haya asentado, podremos volver a hablar de tus visiones.
Valka, por favor.
Tienes un don, Eivor. Eres un mensajero de los dioses. Por favor, déjame
She wants to
ayudarte.
roofie you and she just got here.
Mm-hmm.
Quizá conozca un modo de aclarar esas visiones. Un elixir que abre
¿Sí?
la puerta de tu
Ujú.
mente al reino de los dioses.
Si crees que será de ayuda, puedo terminar yo mismo tu casa. Tan solo dame tiempo.
Estaría encantada. Gracias, Eivor.
De nada. Y bienvenida a casa.
Do you think that he builds it himself or that he just sends people to build it? Because, you know, you're just pressing buttons, but you don't see Eivor actually hammering that shit.
No, that was the guy who just walked by. Carl.
Yeah, he's the one.
He's the builder.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck he is, but he's the one that I make do all this shit. All right, next time let's upgrade her.
Okay.
How about that? Thank you very much for watching.
Then learning about slime.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
What was it called? Slime City?
Well, the city is called Rimuru. Like that's his name. That the dragon gives him.
Oh.
Anyway, doesn't matter. We're not gonna talk about it ever again.
And thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.